So let me get to this. Let me put this camera a little bit higher, right? Let me get to this. So, oh, I'm wearing a shirt with no hangovers. Like I didn't have no hangover last night. So what I want to say is color, and as far as the eye can see, that if the eye was opened only this much, it would only see between here and here. If it was opened up this high, it would only see between here and here. So it would only see in its own area, knocking out the light. So when you watch an animal the way it sees, as my cat, it's able to trap that fly no matter what it is, and they can move so fast that they're able to keep up their eye. It's like it's not moving at all to them. What I wanted to say, I just watched a movie and they said the smallpox was eradicated, and guess what number? 1973. So the gentleman who made the video, 1973, smallpox was eradicated, 1973. Everybody knows what we can do with 1973. I'm going to go one step higher. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 by 9 is 27 is 48. 3 by 1 is 3. 3, 21, 48. 3 times 7 is 21 times 9 is 189. That is the total. Whatever you have 189 for, that is the total. There's one spirit in 9, and 8 is the 4 and 4 world in which the one spirit acts. Okay? By putting the two worlds together, you automatically create a hallway. The two worlds don't come together like this. They come together like this. Do you know why? Because if I put this one here, I can move this one wherever I want. See the way I can move this one wherever I want? So we put this one here. Those are the stilts. At the same time, why don't we just call it a bridge? Have you ever seen what the bridges look like in Germany with the M's? Okay, now these are bridges. You bridge from one side to the middle side to the other side. The middle side is going over the water. The front side, let's say, take it as number 4 or low shoe 3. And the right side, let's take it at 6 Saturn. 6 and 14 on the pool, the green ball equaling to the 20 world. The 6 on one side, the 4 on the other. From land over water to land. The bridge, the number N. Sometimes there's the depot in the middle. Let's call it, let's connect 6 to the middle of the bridge over the water. And let's draw the N over the bridge of water over to M, which in between you are now from one side to this side. If you are going from here to here, and if you're on the left side going from here to here, your N would start on this side, and obviously we're starting on the west. Or are you looking at the N? Draw the letter N where you start. Are you coming from the top down, or are you going from the bottom up? When you do go up into the center, there's a round spot, right? Over here. It's the way they connected it together. Where did they connect it together? If you actually look at the N letter, okay, versus the M letter, there's a big difference in the two letters. This one crosses all the way over. This one apparently is either A, one more letter duplicating over this one, making a butterfly effect. Oh, excuse me. This is the way it would look. So now it's an X over 2 cities. Now if I put the Z over the N, I would apparently look a little like this. I'd have the same X as this one. They would look the same. M over M, Z over N, connecting the two sides, 6 and 4. 6 and 4, or 40-20, is Israel. 64 is Israel. 64 is Zion. 64 is 0. 6 times 4, 6 plus 4 will create X and X. Diseases. Finding cures for diseases that is over 100 years to find something about a medical psychological disease, but a medical disease in which all you have to do is give a vaccine. It seems that they find a cure not long after, and then it dissimates and it seems to go away. Because a disease, the only way for it to happen is for 2 miracles to come together. In order to create a disease, 2 miracles have to come together. Don't think the Creator, God Almighty, who made this planet, didn't put 2 men in the same bed together and turn on their sexual orientation? You don't think this was done before the world got here? There's 2 ways to look at the world. We either look at it Darwin, I don't know the rest of the guys, but let's ask them how the world started. But let's forget about them for a minute. Let's take a category. if the world is a created world, okay, category 1, versus, oh my God, look, there's man on Earth. Oh my God, man went away. Like if this planet blows up, you think there's nothing, nowhere after this? Then you've only made one decision on a totality of many, many ideas. You knock out all ideas with one decisional thought. Disease is created, then it is passed out. We are guinea pigs. Welcome to the real world. Why are we guinea pigs? Well, who not try on what we need as a shirt if it wasn't made for us? In order to advance into the future, you must be able to come up with and understand anything that may come into your face. When you create something, you make it come into your face. Therefore, there's a possibility someone could have did it. You want the cure before anybody else. Another thing I wanted to show you about this, okay, and actually M was made like this. It has no top. But Z and N is made like this, and it does have a top because you're passing over the bridge. Are you going through the passing water? And then when you do the same Z and N again on the other side of the bridge, am I doing it with this? Here's my Z, and here's my N. Okay, we're on the other side of the bridge, so we go from this side of the bridge, and we go to this side of the bridge. And here's the Z and N, and here's the M. Otherwise, if you want to really see what the M would look like, you would put this is your M. In fact, this would go like this, okay, and this would go whoop, and this would go like this. You'd start here, okay, and you go up all the way to here, and then you go this way. If you put it underneath, if you put it beside it, this is your N, this is your N. This is your N. Now this N would not have to be backwards if it's coming from here. What side of the train is it going here? Is that the way we're doing it? Okay. Or imagine, as I said, this is your M, and then in order to redo this M over here, it's all the way down here. This is the N, this is the M. I'm going to do this one more time. Okay. We're going to go from here to here to here to here. Now, who says it has to be on 2 floors, right? Who says it has to be on 2 floors? So let's keep it on 1 floor. Let's do this way with the N. And then with the N, with the N, we're going to do this on one side. This would be the area 4. This would be the area 5. This would be the area 6. And I'm going to explain it to you. Okay, let me turn it over to do it. It would be easier for me. Okay, so now I did this. You see this? Now I'm going to show you Roman numerals. Okay, this part of the M, this part of the M, this part of the N. Roman numeral 151 46 NMN. The train over the waters. Okay, the train is 14. This becomes 456, and this becomes 14. Okay, but you're actually only connecting 4 and 6 and passing through the water. Roman numerals 4 and 6. Man of earth 64. 8 heaven, 54 sun, 8 heaven, 62. 62 is the queen. 44 plus 8. Space plus 8 to connect the arches together. H equals 8. 54 is the son of it. The son of it go, nay. Be birth, be gone, the son of it, be gone, be gone. 8 and the 13 crossing waters, okay, because we don't have to count the 1 and 4, let's just count the 4. Don't count the 5 because it's over the empty water. We all know that the 5 is in the middle of the numbers, right? This would be 1, this would be 4. Over here, this is 3, this is 6, this is creation to get from one side of the bridge, M and M. So you go 14, and 14 is 28, that is your time heaven. Plus 13 equals 41, which is game. Now you have these two over each other. We're not going to duplicate it because there's 2 ends here, 2 ends here to sturdy the bridge, and 2 ends here. So you'd have 28, 26, 28. Here you have 1, here you have 8, here you have 1. This becomes 9 and 8, this becomes 17. 17, it becomes the queen. 17 and 17 become the queen, equals 34, equals the word one, O-N-E. At the same time, this becomes number 19. This becomes the spirit of your birth. 3 times 4, 3 plus 4, equals 7 and 12 is 19. 19 plus 7 equals 26 into the doghouse. We are 26. The number 26 that I spoke before. H8, 54 is the son of it, something to do with radiation. 54 plus 8 equals to 62. This is related to the queen's crown, which is related to the word card, which is related to the bear, which is related to God, which is related to the dog. Okay, 62 and 19, that becomes 81. Now you are Venus of 1 and 8. 1 and 8 is how we began. Into the moon of it. At the same time, this will become 20. The same time, 2 times 8 is 16. 2 plus 8 is 16. 2 plus 8 is 10, is 26. 2 times 6, 2 plus 6 is 20. 2 times 8, the same thing, 26. Now you have 52 over 20. 72 are the parts of time that it is for a 60-second clock. 72 times 5 equals 360 degrees over one circle of life, and not, this is time. Then time is like this. See your 7? Then we take this and we make time like this. So in order to get it, we get to here, to here, to here, and time is started over again, times 3. But we're running 2 worlds. We have to take this and we have to turn it here and here. And then we have the same thing here, the same thing here, and the same thing here. And then we end up running like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's the end. Here's the passage here, 4. Here's the passage here, 6. NMN. If you go back to NMN, the O, okay, is the automatic one. And because you attach the 2, you give it the light, P, LMNOP, monopoly. Okay, the Y is the division between the 2. That is the monopoly. When you connect the right to the left, you own 2 sides. You are the connecting force. If you are taken away, this side does not touch this side. When I told you about the queen's jewels, okay, 17 is the letter Q. Q comes with U, and this Q comes with a U. This means 17 and 21 is 38. I have the church, 3883, which becomes 6776. This 6776, 6776, from 1776 to 6, no, there's another one like this. I forget which one it is. I think it's, yeah, 8, 7, no, I don't remember which. Anyways, irregardless, we're going to go back and discuss something else. I'm going to add a little bit on of something else. It's a video I did yesterday. I'm going to have to look back at a couple of pages. Okay, the reason for the 2 different eyes is because he's on one side of the bridge. He crosses the nose. The other side of the bridge, what comes through the nose when the nose runs like a river. I don't do anagram. I'm not an entomologist. I don't give myself a name. I just find things that I don't know. I learn the differences of what they are. I talk about the differences of what I see, for what I understand. Sometimes I tell you, hey, but I can never tell you 1 and 1 is 2. I can just tell you that they're in a relationship together. Just like you go to psychologists and you're in a relationship, you're in a relationship, okay? They're not telling you anything else. Do you love them? Do you hate them? Tell me what you hate about them. Tell me what you love about them. Then I'm sitting here and I'm going to say, well, this is what you told me. This is crazy. Listen to this situation. This is what you do. And if I saw what you did, and that's all the stories are. There's no other stories but that. What I do want to talk about very quickly, horses and racetracks, reasons for the time of the speed that a horse runs, reason for the nose, head, and neck in the winning situation. 3 big items. The design of the beehive is a possibility of a protection core, that if it is hit anywhere on the outside, the only thing that'll happen is this will bend over here. This will bend here, but this beehive in here doesn't move. There's just little holes. You ever play musical instruments? Let's compare a musical instrument to the letters in the alphabet. In fact, let's connect sound, but let's leave it out. The 13, the word 13 is 1 and 3. It is the AC power. 1 is number 34, which equals to 19, okay? And 3 equals to 56, which equals to 2. This one actually equals to 7. Okay, just 1 second. 5 times 30 is 41. So it ends up to be like this. 1941. 13 equals 1941. This doesn't only equal 19. This one over here, number 1 equals 102. Blackjack equals 109, which equals to 19 again. This number is 109. It's perfect. This number over here is 168. 178, 179. The only thing that's missing out in here, see, it's talking about the communication. And I say it's talking about the communication is because 1 and 4, 14 plus 27 equals to 41. It's talking about the middle of Rubik's Cube and then taking a second Rubik's Cube or just a second set of numbers and going from 14 to 41, 27, the difference in the totality and the link that connects together the X, Y, Z, Y, A. Because the Y is the split. You see, if the Y is the split, X, Y, Z, Y, A. X, Y, Z, Y, A. It recycles the alphabet. That if you had one of these links and you have to keep going around, your alphabet is always 27 and never 26. If Y is a connection, we have to connect Y to Z. And we have to connect Y to X. Then we have to connect Z to Y and then Y to A. When we connect Y to A, there's a chance or an inverted chance that this second Y is turned over to be an A the other way. Just like you would take the M, okay, and you would see 3 A's inside the M letter. Or do you, if the M is built on 2 levels? If it's not built on 2 levels, you end up seeing AAA, one with a V over here open up 45 degrees and 290 degrees, if that's what you call them. Zaya, Zion. Wherever there's a Y or a connection, you're passing over a bridge or an overpass. If you're passing over water, it's an extra space. If you're on land to land, you're passing over just a creek, just a dallow. A U, okay, might be just a ditch. Every letter, every angle, every design, every color is a reason of something that happened before it to make it what it is that you see, that you know. But even though you do not know how it began, today you understand it for what it is and you use it for how you know to use it so that others will understand you if communication is what you're looking for. So we did this. The other thing I wanted to mention about number 13, okay, even though this is 60, 60 is the time. 72 times 5 degrees is around the world. This says wind. 2 times 7, BG. 2 plus 7 is 9, BIG. It says big. The biggest gap is the least gap. There's only takes 1 more to get the 3. 1 plus 1 is 2. But 1 in between 1 and 3 equals a connection between the 2 sides. This is creation of the 11. 1 and 1. Maybe the 2 standing sticks. How do you go? A standing stick here and a standing stick here. When you bring 1 and 3 together, you have a bridge. You have a bridge. But maybe this bridge, okay, is over highways, or they're 2 tunnels, twin sisters. You can call it B, you can call it 13. 13 is time heaven, right here. 28. INR for third. 9 and 9, 99 Jupiter. 27 is red. 2 times 7, 2 plus 7 says win big red. So they're talking about Jupiter in here, but somehow they're not talking about Jupiter at all, because the ace card, okay, moves from the number 1 position into the 5 position. Now Mercury, is it red? Or are we now Mars Mercury inside 5 because 1 and 4 equals 5? Or in this world, it's BC, 2 and 3. But then that would be man's big red heart, 2 and 3, Beta Venus and Earth. Or the 9, okay, in which Lo Shu puts 9 in Venus, again, which is you, and connects Venus, okay, in the Earth position. It becomes 9-2, 1992. 13 is time heaven of IT. the crossover, the connection between E and E, 5 and 5, going through the center 5 and going from the 5 center to the letter N, which is another 5. But it's number 14, 5, because it takes A over to D, takes you over to the other side, and it's like threading a needle. 28, 55, 99. 28 and 27, 14, 24, 44. 55 and 44, 100. How did I must have got this wrong somewhere once. Neat Rith. I-R-T-H-E-T. The E-T world, the birth within time heaven. The birth within one's mind. 13. It's a rip. It's a rip. Okay? It's not a rest in peace. It's a hit. It's whatever you want it to be, but if you really think of it, okay, NE is the birth, or the enter, or the end line. TE is the attachment. 20 plus 5, okay, is JACK. It's also 75 and 12, which is 87, which 87, and this word says space, number 44. 87 is connecting of the Queen's jewels. Add up 1 to 12. 78 is add up 1 to 12. 87 is October. Or is it 78? It doesn't matter. It's also part of the Queens, and 7 times 8 equals to your 56. 7 plus 8 is 15, okay, and 56 is 71. Again, the Queen's jewels. So this one is 109. 109 is the same as this. 27 and 28 is 55, 59, 99. Sorry, that's 99. This is Jupiter. How's that possible? 28, 55. Okay, so maybe it is possible. It is. So that would be a 99 plus the word 13 is 109, 112. So you would get your 112 right over here. Wow, which is actually KD. So I made a mistake here, and I don't like it. I know it wasn't a big mistake, but what I am trying to tell you, inside the mind, okay, the I, which is the dot, okay, on top of the spinal cord, which might be the pineal gland, okay, inside the body that walks, the angel resident. Okay, 13 says to be born within. I have to go. My lift is here, Raphael 7286, in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching.